Dear friends, welcome to another video of Fathoming Mind. In today's video, we are going to discuss about three types of connectedness. Actually, we are connected in three ways into the world, as well as there is also another type of connection among these three connections. Let us see what are these three connections. The first one is the physical connectedness. What is this physical connectedness? As human beings, we just think about our initial stage when we got formed in the womb of the mother. Okay, so that time onwards we are connected physically with our mother, and the mother is eating so many things that is also affecting the baby, and the baby is also physically developing, and when the baby is out of the womb of the mother also, the baby is taking the milk from the mother, and baby is so much attached to the mother. So in this stage also we can see a great physical connectedness for each human being whoever is born in this world. And the world of the baby is expanding as the baby is leaving the babyhood and entering into the childhood. In the childhood, the baby also goes into the child goes into the school and meets with his friends and builds relations with the teachers, and also especially with the same age mates and things like that. Like that, the world is becoming much larger for the child, and the physical connectedness improves, and among the people with whom he connects, and he also develops some kind of emotional connections with the people. So all people may not be favorite to us. A few of the people may be favorite to the child, and with them he may develop say short term or long term emotional connections, where he is able to share his own feelings and emotions, and there is a mutual sharing and caring is taking place naturally or spontaneously in the lives of every people. So that is known as the emotional connectedness. So we know that we are all physically and emotionally connected to some people in our everyday lives, maybe with our family members, with our friends, and or sometimes with our elders, so different age groups. Not only with the people of same age group we are connected, we are also connected with the people of other age groups. So we it gives us a lot of mental satisfaction when we are especially in difficult times of our life. And there is a third kind of connection that is known as the spiritual connectedness. So what is the spiritual connectedness? So some people, or no, some people or a majority of the people believe that there is the presence of God everywhere in the world, and we also believe in that kind of spiritual realities, or the expanded consciousness, or the other way. The different religions put it differently, but they point to the same reality as God or the spiritual consciousness, etc. So this, what is this spiritual consciousness? Is it something extraordinary or something no, beyond our understanding, or an abstract concept? Of course it may be an abstract concept, but this understand the spiritual connectedness help a person to improve his own inner self and personality, and also it improves his emotional connections as well as his physical connections with the world. So when a person understands that he is an expanded consciousness, and he understands he is connected with the supernatural, not supernatural power, but the super this reality called God, the person feels that he has some know about he can have a better view about his own world. Though there are different stages of development and changes are happening in the mind or in the physique of the person, there this understanding, the spiritual understanding, makes him complete in his own self. The spiritual understanding helps him to go into the self awareness, to understand about his own self as well as to understand about the world. And how we get this spiritual understanding? So we know that some people are going to church, some people are going to mosque, or some people are going to different no belonging, as they belong to different religion, they go to different religious places. But does it give them this religious understanding? But in periphery way we can see some kind of religious practices people are doing, but when are we able to do it on a regular basis in our everyday life? Are we able to keep this inner sanctity within our mind? If we are able to keep this inner sanctity or a private place for this the supernatural reality called God inside our mind, and if we are just aware about this spiritual reality, it helps us to expand our consciousness and to get to know more about this. It is by understanding ourselves, or by giving a space or time to ourselves every day, maybe 10 minutes or 15 minutes, from other daily activities, as we give equal importance to our job or earning money or other activities. If we give a little time for this, we can acquire this spiritual knowledge also in our life. And the speciality is that this spiritual knowledge is able to give us a lot of guidance with regard to our emotional as well as the physical connectedness with world. So a person who has got a real grasp of the spiritual understanding by spending the 10 minutes or 15 days of his life in praying or meditating or thinking about this presence in the world, he can also expand his consciousness, or he can also improve his emotional and physical connectedness with the world. So in the prayer or meditation, the person is able to become aware about not only about his own surroundings, his own physical and emotional connectedness, he is also able to understand certain realities of life. So we are doing so many things with the planning and a lot of systematic and dedication and things like that, and we make it work out and things. We think that since we have planned it only to work it out, but we have to think that we have come to this world, it was not at all our plan. Nobody has decided to come to this world and to live as for example, my name is Shan, so I am Shan, I will be born on this day and I will live like that. No, I have not made any plan, but it all happened. So we think that it all happened by the plan of God, things like that, or some because of some spiritual reality. So let us be aware about this spiritual existence or the spiritual reality, and just try to find out the certain uncertainties of the life. So when we try to find out the answer for the uncertainties of life, we are not going to be uncertain. We will be able to accept the realities of life, and this acceptance of our own self makes us to be not a perfectionist person, but to understand ourselves as someone who is floating on the earth. And this concept will help us to be more relaxed and more be out of stress. So when we are just having this spiritual understanding every day and spends our time to reflect on this, it helps us to also to improve our physical as well as the emotional connectedness with the world. So let us try in our own way, dear friends, to find the existence, the spiritual existence, or the connectedness with the spiritual reality. So it may help us also to meditate about our life and to make changes in our life. Thank you, dear friends.